This 3-plus-year-old podcast contains opinions, criticisms, and viewpoints that I could better explain now, don't agree with, or just don't possess anymore. I understand that these are not quality art. If I could do them again today, I would do them significantly better. I wanted to upload these here with that transparency. I cannot express how the other host feels about this.
Welcome to Media EXP.
Come on.
Oh, I have to do it?
No, go on. You
I don't even know what you do. I'm here with the gay guy number one and myself. Hey everybody. How is everybody? Doing everything?
You're fucking awful.
I am so bad. Well,
How do you not learn this after recording it?
Because I don't listen to you like everybody else. They just come here for me.
Alright, get the fuck out of here,
I
piece
can't
of shit.
do that. I'm too pretty for that.
Your voice is not pretty.
Says no one. I'm Capriciola, or Kalvin, and I'm here with Adurna Nagra, or Noah.
Yeah, thanks for that layup. I don't like my keys. I don't like my keys being anywhere near this recording.
You threw keys at me.
I threw keys past you. Go fuck yourself.
But it was in my general vicinity.
Oh my god.
I felt wind. Anyway, what have you been up to?
Oh, you know, just being a piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm used to that.
You know, that's just me, I guess, you know.
Anything else?
Working. And in this short span between two recordings, getting a lot done, actually. Otherwise, I was like, you know, what do I do in my free time?
It's work.
Catch up on the recent Lupron adventure, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm having the most fun.
Huh?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, otherwise, there's not too much to go on. Oh! I did actually want to tell you about this, because I know how you love Adele.
Okay, go.
So,
Why do you make it sound like I'm, like, fucking her?
Yeah, because you are.
Okay, go.
No, like, I was sitting there fucking just, like, waiting for a friend, because she invited me out. She was like, hey, you want to go out to eat? I was like, okay, cool. Let's go out to eat and get
Wait, like,
something.
ask out, or, like, just go out as friends?
Just go out as friends. Like,
Okay.
she was sick. She's like, I'm sick. What?
Oh, I thought you said she was 6.
Yeah, she was 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was, like, waiting outside her apartment door, like, because it's a big apartment complex, and you need, like, a code to get in.
Right, yeah.
I was like, I'm here. And as I'm waiting, this guy in this was I think it was like a really nice kind of like red car. It's like this.
It's like a maroon.
He was so like this. Like, he was already like driving down the road listening to Adele, and I could hear it.
Yeah.
And then like nothing came up until the chorus. And so this fucking black man belted out just like, and it wasn't singing. He was just literally yelling the lyrics of the chorus. And I was like, and he was like looking at me like he was coming looking for a response as he was driving by. And I'm like, you're a guy. And he like goes around. And then, like, I don't hear from him, but I can hear the music still. And he's still singing. And then he comes back around and he's like, and he sings the chorus again before turning it off. And he's like, you waiting for somebody? I'm like, yeah, I'm waiting for somebody. He's like, you know what room they're in? I'm just like, yeah. And as soon as he's about to open the door for me to let me into that room, it's like, the person comes out and I'm like, okay, yeah, good singing. I'm gonna go now.
Why would you do that?
I didn't say it as a dick move. I was like, that's some good singing. I wasn't gonna be like an asshole. He was obviously into the music, and I'm not gonna fault him on that, man.
Well, no.
That guy's fucking belting. Oh, that was right. I'm sorry, Johnny.
God.
Oh, as also another update, 2 meta updates. I do upload these on YouTube, like, you know, a few weeks or so, or sometime afterwards, with gameplay footage of the game that we're talking about, or just random gameplay footage.
Gameplay?
Gameplay.
Yeah.
Gameplay.
Gameplay.
A lot of gay porn.
Yeah. I'm gonna grind on your prostate with my teeth.
With a preface, but otherwise, I mean, it takes me a little bit, and other times. And Oh, and the gameplay footage is all supplied by us. So like, I usually text chat like into like the command console to like make it like some commentary. So it's not just like you're getting, oh well, there's gameplay, so obviously I don't have to pay attention. There's a little bit. I'm like, I start making fun of it. Like one of them, it was just a spectator match of Jedi Academy 2. Jedi Academy, which has an entire, you can entirely like automate an entire bot match. And it's all fucking stupid. It's all kinds of stupid. It's amazing.
Which reminds me, I have to yell at you about something. So I
actually, can I say one more thing?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
And now I guess Johnny names our episodes, which I'm completely fine with.
Yay!
I'm fine with that.
What did he name the last one?
Attack of the Penis.
Oh. Just like the actual anime, sounds like shit.
No, I'm like, all right, cool. Honestly, that takes a load off my back. I just have to put on...
Wait, you take them off? You slut. You don't take them off.
I gotta wipe them, keep them ready for the next person.
Gotta keep them for the next customer.
Oh, yeah.
So when did you schedule your tattoo on your taint that says, now serving 100th customer?
That's on my lips.
It's like a mustache. With like the curly Q and shit.
Oh, God. It's like fucking typography. Like, just like,
yeah. Look how sexy I am. Anyway, so now I have to yell at you.
Okay.
So, I was just minding my own business. And it just happened to have my Facebook open. And then all of a sudden I get a message from somebody. And I'm sure you know who this person is. She's a girl, recently on YouTube. You know. Anyway, she asked me.
Oh! Okay, now.
If she went on Twitch and played League, if I would help her play League.
Yeah.
And, of course, before I even answer, she's in this defensive arm. She's like, oh, I'm not like those other cam girls, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
okay. I didn't cause that. I know exactly what we're talking about.
Okay, and then, hold on. And then I was like, oh, yeah, well, you know, I don't like that very much. I don't like how Twitch is just full of tits. Where's the game? Oh, it's in the top corner on 1 pixel of your monitor. Sweet. And then she's like, oh, I just heard you don't like them. And I was like, oh, I wonder what kind of mutual friend we would have that would go to her and be like, he doesn't like that shit. So I was like,
I know that you're very passionately negatively against it because you're like, it's disrespectful. And I'm like, I'm not
very
disagreeing with you.
I don't care. If you're a girl
the controversy
and you're
Twitch
playing games, more power to you. I don't care. I have a problem when you take up 3/4 of my fucking screen thinking, oh, I'm hot and slutty, here's my tits, pay me. I'm like, go off this website, go on one that actually is meant for that, and we can talk.
There are actually chatterbait and
I know.
stream girls who play video games like Twitch, but they're just like,
yep.
You don't see my titties too?
Right, and you don't have to be held back. If you want to show people your titties and you don't care, go on a website with no shirt on and just play League of Legends. Put it up in the little corner, you can put it, there you go. Make yourself some money.
I think what's really weird is just like somebody, I don't think anybody made this claim yet, although I didn't watch the 2-hour, 20-minute video of Sky Williams' stream where he debates with 2 people against him, and then like Total Biscuit comes in and mediates anyone who says anything fucking stupid.
Right.
And then was it Civ HD? Like was on there too?
It was Casey. No, it was with somebody. I don't remember.
Casey Tron, Destiny.
Casey Tron with Destiny with Sky Williams.
And later on, Civ HD joins in, and then Total Biscuit way near the very like end of it, and like
which.
He starts like the 58-minute mark.
Right, and one of the things that they talk about is like, oh, well, you're gay and you use your sexuality to make jokes and this and that, and that's not fair. Well, I have tits and I can use them. And I said, yeah, but that's entertaining. You are not entertaining. Okay, you're showing tits with
entirely
no skill.
Subjective. We can start an entire debate about that. Subjectively, it is fucking still entertainment. Playboy, as much as you don't like it, is entertainment.
Okay, let me reiterate what I'm saying. On a website
something takes effort.
Designed, right. Like, you can't just sit there, I'm gay, and you're gonna instantly be like, oh my god, he's so funny, I love it.
No. There's a difference between one thing that they never brought up, because they kept hammering it in. It's like, you use that fact that you're black and gay as a like a pull, and I'm just like, okay, hold on. They're not Tumblr. I've seen Tumblr started, like Tumblrette, essentially Logic, started Kickstarter games. And I was like really into it because they were like, we rotoscoped a lot of our shit. What fucking game was it that came out that actually was a really big hit in rotoscoping? And it was like all rotoscope. It wasn't Prince of Persia. It was like this sci-fi punk one. Mm-hmm. They did a recent reboot of it, and it was fucking terrible because he started to use like languages that 14-year-olds use, like saying awesome sauce, and it was so badly acted. He was like, awesome sauce.
Ew.
I'm not kidding, it's fucking hilarious. But like in it, like, this guy was like, he was really obviously passionate about this game. Now as a marketing standard, I understand it, I get it, and I actually tried to refer her to Satchbag's video about this same subject. Mm-hmm. He did an entire 2-hour like fucking thing of it while he's playing Shovel Knight, but he probably pre-recorded the Shovel Knight and then put it in there because he works in marketing. He just doesn't talk about it. Yeah. The thing is, he provided an equal stance on both sides. Mm-hmm. As far as I remember. But
I mean, is it smart?
But the thing is, the one thing that they used, that Tumblr Logic thing used, this is like my only stance on it, unless there are billions of other fucking people who talk about the same subject.
Right.
Sky Williams has 2 videos about it, because one, he doesn't clearly state his opinions in one version, to a point where it's, faulty.
Like murky water,
And then he has a video apologizing and reiterating. And then he has his 2-hour stream. There are people on the entire subject as an entirety whole, and honestly, as me, I say that you're exploiting a market, but you're doing it well. The thing is that in any other market, the fans aren't intelligent enough or diverse enough that they would argue against said things.
Right.
This thing has been prevalent in movies. Does that mean people speak out against it? Yeah, actually people have. Feminists. And I'm saying feminists in general.
Right.
They've spoken out against the sexualization in women in movies and videos and media. Like, the objectification.
Yeah.
Which, okay, that's a fair enough point. But you know what? Companies aren't going to listen. Because it makes money. Right. Magic Mike made money, but you guess what? I'll bet you the same exact movie with women would make a lot more.
Here's where this is where I kind of want to end this conversation, because it's going to go on forever.
No, I know.
Is that this website...
I didn't actually finish my example, but sure.
We get the gist, I think.
No, like, when he said it, he used it as an example. Like, there was this entire video, well thought out, and he displayed the gameplay, and it was everything you could think of when you think of a Kickstarter movie, like a Kickstarter for a video game.
Yeah.
He properly displayed his plot, his themes, his synopsis, his artwork, and at the very near end, he said, and it's a game that has a non-binary cast. And I'm like, you've already caught the attention of Tumblr. Good job. As a marketing standard, I understand it.
Right.
As an actual fucking, like, business standard and like person consumer, I say I hate you, because that's obviously just something like... there was a game that came out it was the launch title for Xbox One. It was something Sunset Overdrive, where it said on the back, including your favorite memes. I'm not kidding.
I know, you have it at where I work.
It's fucking disgusting. Go on.
Okay, so my only thing is that when there's such a this website was not built for here are my titties, here's my money. Is it smart? Yes, I will give it to you. That is very smart. Marketing, I guess you could say.
Smart.
But when people argue with it, where they're like, oh, well, you do this or you do that. The thing is like, when you watch people do it, yes, Sky does that. Yes, he uses black and being gay as a pole. So does everybody. Everybody has a certain thing. Your things just happen to be tits. Now, my problem with this, you are not focusing on the game. That is my problem with it. You are not.
Total Biscuit actually made a good point about this.
Which I don't really care, because this is how I feel about it.
No.
Is that I listened to it, I know exactly what video, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's my problem with it. You are going onto a gaming streaming website. That is how it's built, that is how it's marketed. Okay.
Except the diversion into art, but yes.
Well, right, but it's game-related art, game-related music. That otherwise it'll get taken down.
Artistic.
Well, no, as long as it's it has to be video game related. Otherwise, it will be taken.
Really?
down. Yes.
What about the entire Bob Ross stream? That was hosted by Twitch, I understand, but...
Right. Well, that's the ruling of it, because
Okay.
I don't know, I haven't really kept up with their...
Guidelines.
When it first came out, when they introduced the arts, things like that, it was gaming related only. It's very targeted towards that kind of an audience. Now, when you're using this as a way to be like, oh, 14-year-olds who have nothing but $5, I'm going to show my tits for it, and smart, but at least be good at what you're doing. You're not even doing it well.
Like...
You're like, oh, you subscribe to me? Oh, I guess I'll do like 10 jumping jacks for each subscriber. And you're like, really, bitch? Really? You don't have enough dignity ripped away from you right now? Not saying that, you know, you want to show your tits, that's your prerogative. But I'm so sick and tired of people walking around like they're doing God's fucking work.
And the thing is, like, Sky's already done this. Sky's talking about it. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to talk about another gender because people are like, oh, it's not slut shaming. He's like, okay, one... I don't honestly give a shit about the whole slut shaming movement because I'm honestly, I mean, unless it's to an extreme point.
Right.
I mean, there are extremes, but then again, when I call someone a slut for acting like a slut and being a slut, and they say, no, I'm not a slut and you're slut shaming, and I'm like,
but you are.
Look, I've walked around in my fair share of slutty clothes, even being a man, which I know is just fucking ridiculous. I don't care. It's
not so much of you're a slut, that's bad. That's what you're portraying, and that's what you're leading people to. It's not that I'm sitting here and be like, oh, you're just such a slut having sex with everybody, because I don't really fucking care. But you are doing this shit on purpose and intentionally, knowing it's going to get you attention. You know it is.
You know, actually, that brings up a good point, and I'm pretty sure we can set this debate aside, because honestly, this can go on forever.
We can do a whole podcast for like 5 days. We're
obviously very passionate about these ideals, and whether or not you agree or disagree with us, the point is that when it comes to media, which is what we're going to be talking about this podcast, there will be obvious views of these things. We're not going to bring it up like, here's the feminist podcast where we talk about, you know, objectification in women in media. We're not going to do that, no. But if there's something so obvious that it's like, wow, that's terrible, you know, it's just like, it'll have to be said. And the thing is whether or not you agree with us, that's what starts a discussion. I'm not here to passionately say my fucking points of view. However, if you want to talk to me about my points of view, that's completely different.
Right.
Just don't bring it. Don't bring it here into a discussion where we're talking about something and being entertaining. Generally.
Right.
We have our viewpoints. We may differ. You may like fucking 50 Shades of Grey. I may think it's the worst piece of garbage that's ever been put to paper or film.
Really bad.
Oh no. Not tell that to those 35-year-old women who have no fucking active sex life with their husbands and their failing marriage.
Oh shit.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, just because I don't want this to go on anymore.
We can talk about it. Just don't. I mean, like, the thing is, if you want to actively talk about it, don't violently attack us with words saying fuck you. If you want, I've said this once
If you literally want to have a discussion about it, we can discuss it. If you don't, I'm not going to pay attention to it. Noah's not going to pay attention to it. It's a waste of our time. So if you want to literally have a discussion about it, we could do that. Anyway, putting that point aside, because I don't want to talk about it anymore.
No, that's completely fair and fine. But yeah, no, you have to argue because I centered your way. I said, because you were a mutual friend, I was like, hey, she had this entire thing that she researched, and she was like, well, she was so defensive about it. And I was like, look, this was completely unprovoked. I said you could do streaming. You could put your tits out, you could not. I don't care. I know that tits out will get you fast viewership, which not retention.
I do not care, and she came to me.
We're bringing back to it, but
well, she was like, oh, I don't want to be like one of those girl gamers. I don't care that your tits are out. At least make the game the center of the whole thing. I have no problem with that. If you're taking up 3/4 of the screen, we have an issue. That's it. Done.
Done. No, that's good.
That's where my problems lie.
She came to me. I stated my opinion. Although I asked Dallas because I feel that he is a very impassioned individual when you come to him with something intelligent. Otherwise, he acts like a child because he fucking loves it. Because why should he give a shit? The entire world doesn't take fucking the world seriously. Why should he? I mean, I'm not sure that's not his viewpoint, but that's how I see him viewing the world.
Right.
But Dallas is a very smart individual. I asked his opinion. He brought some stuff to the table. I sat down with another friend. We organized some videos together. Sent it to her. Be like, here's some video proof. Here's some stuff that goes wrong. Here's some stuff that's done right. Here you go. Fine. Whatever. Don't care. And I was like, whatever I'm gonna say, put my 2 cents in, and you do with what you will.
Yeah.
Ask Kalvin if you want. Fuck it. And that's why I sent her to you.
Oh yeah, she came and asked me, and I gave my opinion, whatever. And I just said I don't have that because she thought I was gonna be like a whole thing.
No.
And I said, it's not really that, but when you like argue with it and when you try and come up with an opinion about it, it's very in depth. Because you can't just say, oh, tits are out, because then everybody's up in arms about it. And I have no problem with that. Dude, it's smart. You are a very smart person for using what you have. But make sure it's about the game too. It's not just about here are my titties. Give a little personality, make me laugh. That brings me in. I have never been attracted to somebody who's pretty, and then been like, if you can make me laugh, there's nothing better to me than that. You make me laugh, I could be your best friend.
I think abusing an entire side of the Twitch gameplay, I mean, I wouldn't say abusing. I mean, that's a strong word.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that you could literally do the same thing that you're doing on a fucking streaming website,
and make
and no one would complain. You would get no hate, no shit, no fallout.
Nope.
All you'd have to do is just be like, hey, I do sexy things on my sexy gaming stream. Pay me money, I'll show my tits while I'm playing video games. Whatever.
And it's not like you're not going to find your 14-year-old demographic there anyway.
Some 14-year-olds go to Wells Fargo, get bank cards, and fucking do this shit. Or they get Walmart cards. Literally, it's $3 to charge one.
Card, but, hell.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care. That's not what this is about. What was the rest of your time?
Well, I've been playing Fire Emblem, the new one.
Firmwang?
Yeah.
I like calling it Firmwang, just because I like when somebody called it that. Firmwang Waifu Simulator. It's great.
That's really... I'm excited. Like, I wasn't really going to buy it to begin with. Like, I mean, I really wanted it, but I was like, I don't know.
I'm working on a mod for Dallas. Because I have my 3DS that I barely use.
I know.
I barely...
Street Pass with me right now.
Oh. I'm gonna mod it so he can get the Japanese version.
Cool.
Because of all the controversy that's around fucking Fire Emblem right now, stuff that I'm upset about.
Wait, is it really that big a deal though? I don't really...
It is. Okay, when your demographic, when your fucking demographic is into it, and you fucking butch it because you don't think it reaches a wide enough demographic. Okay, one, let me fucking make a broad enough statement about this. Nobody gave a shit about Fire Emblem until Awakening, which somehow, for some fucking reason...
No, that's not true. The one that everybody really, really likes is, not Radiant Dawn. Path of Radiance.
Fans of Fire Emblem. The general public at large does not even know who the fuck, what the fuck Fire Emblem is.
Nuh-uh. Because...
Name Nintendo characters off your head that the general public can.
What?
Name Nintendo characters off the top of your head that are owned by Nintendo that the general populace can't.
Can't?
Can.
So you just want me to name people that people would normally know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Fire Emblem.
Well, usually, Ike is one popular one. Martha Moy.
So if I go up to a 35-year-old mom with 2 kids...
You can't say... She... Come on now. That's reaching.
Okay, one... AAA titles, people who fucking suck the dick of like Assassin's Creed and all these other games. Like, oh, okay, Assassin's Creed. I'm not saying Bioshock's a bad game, but I'm saying Bioshock, people who do all these other things. And it's like, oh, okay. Can you tell me about Fire Emblem? And we're like, what the fuck's that?
I literally, okay, to combat this, okay, I just want to say that I have sat at work and I have talked about Fire Emblem with a couple of people.
Have they talked?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I would just sit here and minding my own business, be like, what are you playing? I'm just like, oh, Fire Emblem. Like, I just brush it off like, oh, it's just a game.
Yeah, but what about Path of Radiance? Have they talk about Path of Radiance or you talk about Awakening, which is garbage?
No, I've had a couple people talk to me about Radiant Dawn. Not so much Path of Radiance because that was more GameCube, but more Radiant Dawn. I've had that.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, yes, were Awakening. But that one's a really popular one, is Path of Radiance too. But it's also hard to find, which sucks because that's personally one of my
Dallas
favorite
said, I think he had 2 copies, and then his mom, who's a fucking bitch,
ones. Threw it away.
sold it. Sold the CD case full of games and movies. And so she got not the right price from a pawn shop about fucking Path of Radiance.
How much did she get?
I think for the entire thing she got like somewhere like $110. Which, that alone is fucking 1 copy of fucking Path of Radiance.
Wow.
Or Radiant Dawn,
Yeah, Path of Radiance in case is 100. CD alone, I think it's like...
It's like
60,
80.
60, 70.
I'm pretty sure it's like 80.
I don't know if the price went down anyway.
Another correction I had to make. When we talked about Idolmaster, Dallas's favorite idol isn't Takane, it's Makoto.
Which one is that one?
The boyish one. The princely.
Oh, yeah, the princely.
Princely.
Oh, okay. Other than that, I've really been enjoying it. I'm playing Conquest because I'm not a fucking bitch. The only thing I really don't like about this one is, like, before you used to be able to, like, level everybody up, and once they hit level 21 of whatever class they were, they would immediately get upgraded. Does not work in this one. You have to use a Master Seal, which sucks.
I think the only way that I'm actually going to do it is I'm probably, if in any case that we skip another week, I'll have a special where I'll have Dallas come by, sit down, and talk, because I'm going to get another microphone.
Oh, did you order one finally?
With my tax return, once that comes in.
How much did you get that, by the way?
Fuck off, I haven't done them yet.
See, I knew it.
But my point being is that I will use the money to get it. And there's going to be a bunch of specials, probably Media XP. I mean, Johnny, if you're listening.
He's not listening. He doesn't
Probably.
edit.
He doesn't fucking...
He doesn't edit.
I love you, Johnny.
Who the fuck does he think he is?
Well, there's going to be
Fucking
some...
Speedy Gonzalez motherfucker.
Oh my god. Jesus.
Sorry, that's just what I said.
You know what's really weird?
What?
It's only PR marketing thought that was offensive. Mexico loved Speedy Gonzalez.
See, like, the only reason I
It's like they're getting offended for Mexico, and they're like, yeah, can you bring that back? That was actually pretty neato.
Aww. I love Speedy Gonzalez. He's awesome.
Yeah.
It was because when he was saying, oh, Johnny said something, and then he said how Mexican it sounded, and I was like, what, does he sound like Speedy Gonzalez? That's why.
He like...
Because I can't think of anything more Mexican besides tacos and Speedy Gonzalez.
In the email, he's like, sent me, he's like, I talked in it with my real voice. I sound pretty Mexican, and he's like, he said XD because he was like laughing about it, and I'm just like... I listened to it because I usually listen to it right when I upload it, right before I upload it.
Yeah.
I listened to it and I heard it and I was like, oh my god. I'm like, I don't. Ooh.
Other than that,
I'm really glad that he did record his voice. Well, no, go on.
Other than that, I really haven't done anything. So
No. Yeah, I've just mostly been
just
catching up
Fire
on some
Emblem
stuff.
playing like a motherfucker. But yay.
Oh, it we be fuck it, Jesus.
Oh god, no! Copyright strikes! Copyright strikes!
Oh god.
You can only have 3 seconds of something before it's considered copyrighted.
Fuck him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you want to start with mine or yours? Yours is fresh, but mine.
Let's do yours because mine's fresh.
All right. So you told me to do the season 2 of Nurse
Yes.
Jackie.
Yes. Did you, now that you watched it, did you get a little bit of more of an understanding of the kind of setup from season 1 to season 2? Does that make sense now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So doesn't make me happy.
Okay, go.
I got more frustrated as time went on.
Why?
I was like, you know what? You're right. Maybe I should use this as a continuation. And I like started watching it and I'm like, oh, okay. I guess this is going to break entire format because everyone who's listened to the previous one, why would you be listening to this one? You see what I mean? Because why would we start from season 2 and it's an awkward
So
jump.
if you haven't, go listen to the other one first.
Yeah, it's a nice part. I think it's the first half or is it the last half? It's the last half.
It is last half.
Okay. But fucking I'll try to stick to format.
Okay.
I am so generally upset not because of some anticipation that the writing made me upset. That like, oh, that made me really upset when Jackie said, oh no, the world's falling around me, stuff like that. Or Lenny, or that Lenny, which actually character-wise, he got introduced more, I guess, in this one.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, stoner EDT. Is it EDT?
No, EMT.
EMT. EDT. Is that a weapon type?
Welcome to BET. We're saving people.
Welcome to EDT. Electronic Defense Turrets.
Oh no!
Pretty sure it's a weapon type in Armored Core, is it? No, it's not. But like, nothing really new was introduced, I guess. I guess they brought back the bitchy fucking child again. Of that mom that they encountered in dance class.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like...
Which is funny, I started watching season 3 and I haven't seen high nor hair her.
I'm like, I just sat here and I'm like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Because that is the most confusing thing on why you would actually give a shit or bring her back. Oh. Another thing. Paul Feig. It was almost instantaneous that I recognized him when they showed him in the episode. I was like, is that Paul Feig? That guy looks uncharacteristically like not an actor, and I've seen some shots of him in interviews. Not even interviews, just pictures with like text beside it about the new Ghostbusters. It's like, is that Paul Feig? And I looked it up and was like, yeah, that's Paul Feig. Wow, what great screen presence you have, Paul Feig.
Wait, what did he play?
The school teacher that confronted her about the lip and the cast.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know that. I don't even want to. Like that.
That is the most realistic part of that fucking entire thing.
Oh yeah, when people are like, oh, and then that's one of my favorite parts in season 2 is one where they go to show and tell. That is one of my favorite things.
I think we should just generally say the arc that happens. Eddie becomes a dickbag and involves himself more and more in her life.
Right.
He
becomes buddy with Kevin.
Which...
And then threatens that he's like, well, if you lie to me, I'm gonna tell.
And then Kevin's like...
He's basically Eddie's wingman now.
And now Eddie, Kevin's just like this fucking... I don't know, he's still bland as fuck, and like...
Yeah, he doesn't really kind of lighten up until season 3.
Oh my god. I'm sitting here and I'm like, you're so boring.
On the last episode is when he becomes the most...
The last few episodes, it's so weird because some of the questionable faces that he has, it's like he's doubting Jackie, and I'm like, I'm not sure if that's intentional, because it seems like it just goes nowhere. It's like, wow... doubt, and then like that's it. Like it doesn't seem like it goes anywhere, and I'm just like, all right, you know what, fuck it, I'll fucking bring it up because it's really pissing me off. They just got into an argument and it stems from the fucking them not going to the hospital.
Oh yeah.
Okay, one,
that I didn't like
flawed either. 1, 2, from the very start, the kid runs into the wall and her like lip cracks open. He's like, is it gonna scar? And it's like, okay, 1, I'm still not certain how this fucking happened, because she ran flat into a wall and her lip rips open. I'm like, I don't see how this medically makes sense. I'm not a fucking doctor, but this doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
I had the same situation. I watched that scene and I was like, so you're mad at her because you have a doctor and a nurse.
And hold on, I mean it. No, I mean a doctor and a nurse. And she's like, let's head to the OR. I'm like, are you
retarded?
Are you like, you're one of those fucking parents, aren't you? You piece of shit. I fucking hate you. It's just like, oh, I need to go to the hospital. There's itchy in my eye. Like, get the fuck out of here. Come on. You piece of shit. You'll wait tomorrow, okay? If they can't fix it for some fucking reason with a doctor and a fucking nurse,
right?
What the fuck? Do you have no faith in your fucking wife too? I mean, I can make just as much a bullshit argument as he fucking did.
I know, it pisses me off
because he breaks out. He's like, you didn't listen to me.
When I say our kids go to a hospital, I want them to go to a damn hospital. And
you didn't listen to me. I'm not a checklist, and I'm like, where the fuck is this argument coming from? Everything that he says, I'm just like, I don't fucking understand anything that you're saying. You're literally spewing out bullshit just because you want to make an argument. You fuck. I literally, I hate you more now. Like, I hated you for being bland and fucking uninteresting before.
But now you're just...
But now you're just a fucking cock. I almost said the other C word because I don't use that word too often. Yeah, I reserve that word for a lot of things.
I use it for a lot of things.
I reserve it because I feel like that is a more powerful word.
I don't understand why.
It's so piercing and fucking... Yeah, it's so piercing, just fucking vile.
And it does its job.
Yeah, exactly. Unlike most swear words that have pretty much run their course and become bland and almost lifeless. It's the one that's... And you're welcome.
Dick. By Dr. Seuss.
Dick by Dr. Seuss.
I guess we really don't have to go over the characters anymore, since there's none really new. Well, I guess you could go over Lenny.
I'm upset.
Lenny and Eddie, I guess.
Okay, Eddie becomes a fucking unlikable stalker and gross piece of shit.
Yeah, he really confused me this season, because it's like, why? Why are you just...
He's like,
fucking ODs. He pisses me off.
Okay, that one, I was like, okay, I kind of saw this coming.
Yeah, me too.
Whatever. But like when Coop fucking goes, hey, I got a girl that you can stick your dick in.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like, I don't know, man. Like, he's really trying to play it up. And I thought he would just outright deny it. Because, like, that's the way his character is going. He's like, yeah. Like, he's obviously saving face and trying to be like, I'm gonna get fucking Jackie back.
Yeah. Well,
and then he's like, he shows us like, okay. I was like, that is the most unnatural response of you trying to be natural to an unnatural situation. You fuck.
What about Sam? Sam came back this season.
He's completely radically different, but like, he still used the same line. Takes one to know one, and I'm like, again, it went nowhere. He did. Because, like,
I think
he
it's
is
more like a reference to season 1 when he says that.
Oh, good. He references that don't actually contextually make any sense. Weird. Fucking... It's so upsetting because, like, I was like, alright, so obviously they're going to have a lot of conflict, and all Jackie does is just bust his balls. Like, he like, does it. He's like, you're just going to bust my balls. Like, thank you, writers, for stating what's going to happen between Jackie and Sam. Does anyone else need a megaphone for what's going to happen? I am so sorry, Johnny. I'm very expressive with my hands, and I thought I would actually do that. And I'm sorry to make more effort for you. Penis.
I don't think it was so much like... I think it was just there to be like, you're just not going to let me get away with anything, are you? Which I think would have been much better than to be like, who's going to bust my balls?
You can't have your characters state how they feel. That makes me feel angry. I'm going to use that because it's one of the best
in America where we speak English and that is a language I don't understand, therefore makes me angry. Could you get out?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just it's an amazing Futurama line that I can use so well in some fucking situations. It's just fucking God, because it's right. But like, it's so fucking upsetting. The ending. Sure, I'll fucking go with the ending of the fucking season. Where she's like, hi, I'm Jackie, I'm a drug addict. Yeah, right. And I'm like, you were trying so hard to be so fucking edgy. It's almost fucking cringeworthy and fucking cancer-inducing.
Yeah.
I am not fucking kidding. It's painful. It's the most painful edgelord shit I've seen. That, like, literally had my same fucking problems with fucking the pilot, where it seems so formulaic and calculated, where they're trying to be hip and cool and edgy, that, like, you're not doing good writing.
Right.
You're writing for the board of directors because you don't have any fucking talent.
I don't really watch this show to be like, oh, the story is so good. I really watch it for how the characters...
What the fuck?
How the characters... Like, these characters are, like, the ones that I wish I had in my own life. Like, I wish I had a Jackie in my own life. I wish I had an O'Hara in my own life, because I like the...
You are a fucking Jackie.
I am not.
You're half Thor, half Jackie. You're like some weird fucking conglomerate.
Hybrid. I'm Thacky. Or I could be Jor.
I need to back away from the mic.
Thacky or Jor? I am Thacky.
My God.
Oh.
Spike.
I know.
We're just terrible at this fucking spike.
That's you.
I am.
That one was me.
All of you.
I did that one on purpose.
No, we're so sorry, Johnny, for making it spike.
I'm
so sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm very sorry, Johnny.
So welcome back to welcome to the ASMR podcast. We're gonna try
our midnight jamboree. You gotta use like really long words.
Actually, we're going to be doing some ASMR testing. I'm gonna rub your neck beard.
No. I don't have neck beard.
Shh. I'm gonna rub their neck
No.
here.
And now I'm gonna rub your glowing shins.
Oh, that was me.
I don't know how much that spiked, Johnny, but I am sorry about that. You can cut that out if that literally can't be balanced in any way, shape, or form.
So
we really need to stop spiking it for Johnny. He's gonna hate us so.
well, I don't know if I should just adjust the volume. I can adjust the volume.
Is that good? Maybe.
There you go.
All right, that might be good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, Johnny, we adjusted mid-volume. So.
I need Johnny to tell me, should I just keep the volume the way it is? Should I adjust it?
And then you know the magic word for him.
Please?
The penis.
I know, I wanted you to say it.
Johnny, should we keep doing this? Wow, this is getting meta and like interrupting the flow.
Okay. Anyway, so I guess you really had.
I'm so upset because I'm just like, that argument really set me off. That he's just so upset about something he's literally fucking having the least fucking credible argument for. And I'm just like, I hate you. You're fucking stupid. Jackie doing more stuff. That fucking drug dealer that she fucking robbed.
Oh.
And like, I was like, wow, is something cool gonna come of this? Yeah, he haunts for a few episodes and then Thor tackles him. And I'm just like, okay.
Season 3.
Gross.
Again, it's all set up for another season. Yeah. Like, he turns out, do you want me to just... Because I'm not going to make you watch season 3. I'm not going to make anybody watch season 3. But basically, the next season is just... He's not a drug dealer. He's somebody... He's Sam's, like, counselor. He's a counselor. Basically, all he does is, you give him money. He gives you medicine to you, basically, like, OD, or you don't want to do drugs anymore. Basically. So, that's the entire season 3.
I don't like Sam. Okay, I kind of like Sam because he shows a little bit of his human side. The one time he shows emotion, you have to show him with the most fucking fuck of fucks. You have to go with Coop. And I'm like, okay, one, why the hell would Sam actually be interested? Yeah, maybe he's like me, where I see the good in people no matter how vain or assholish they are. I'm like, hey, do you want to hang out sometime?
Yeah.
Do you want to do that? I do that with people. And honestly, I get it.
Yeah.
Criticizing it, yeah, that's a bit hypocritical of me to say that. Because I do that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it any less stupid from a writing perspective. However, I'm still fucking pissed after like maybe, let's count it in universe, like 3 hours. He's like, hey, I'm gonna walk home with your girlfriend. You see nothing wrong with that? Oh, hey, ignoring my calls last time was because there was another man involved. Yeah, is this not suspicious to you? Are you dumb?
Right?
Are you fucking stupid? Is that what's going on?
And then he's like, yeah, I slept with your girl. Bam!
And he's like, he's so vain about it. Like, in what fucking universe do you think that's okay?
Right? Like,
I don't understand.
And then why would you sit there and be like, he's like, you had sex with her, didn't you? And then he's like, yeah, I did, but I'm letting you know as a friend. Like, nobody fucking does that.
Who actively does that and doesn't think it's scummy as shit?
Right? I feel so bad.
Like, that's where it just becomes that Coop is just an inhuman being. There's nothing natural about him. He's an alien.
He's just there to be hated, I think.
He's an alien. Like, there's nothing good. No, he's there to be hated, and then he's like, oh, well, take pity on me because I have a mental disorder, because they even bring it up again.
Yeah.
Take pity on me because I grew up with two moms, so to relate to me.
What I think
like a writing stance, it's so fucking shitty.
I think what they're trying to do with him is, like, make him relatable but hated at the same time. But you're just like, nobody has this disease. Nobody has Tourette's, that, at least as far as I've known, or anybody that I've ever met.
Tourette's actually comes out in different ways.
Well, I understand that, but I've never met anybody who does it in only inappropriate touches. How does that work? Are all of a sudden you're talking to a man, now I gotta grab your dick? Is that how it works? Or is it just to grab your tit all the time? Because otherwise it would be also in men. Then why wouldn't you say...
Because it's only come up with women.
Well, I know, but then if it's something like that, why didn't you give us an example of, like, if it happens, like, are you telling me you've never had a stressful situation with a like a principal or anything like that? Did you not reach for his boob? And then it wouldn't be inappropriate touching. It would be like, oh, I just always reach for your chest. That would be different. But it's always inappropriate touching. Always inappropriate touching.
But it just always happens to be female and like whatever.
Right. I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm not...
It's the most, like, least believable part, but if somebody comes forward and steps forward and be like, yeah, Tourette's can bring this, which I don't doubt.
I don't doubt that at all. I'm not saying that.
But, like, it's so fucking weirdly specific.
Right. It's so like, they're trying to make it so relatable, it's unrelatable.
It's so weirdly specific that it has a condition that it's always shown to be women.
Yeah.
There's no male confrontation where he gets this stress breakout and he has inappropriate touching. He doesn't grab a fucking dude's chest. No. And it's so
and it's
fucking
like, even
weird.
if that's the case, then it would be just chest. Inappropriate touching tells me that you're going for something different.
Yeah, like you grab ass, like you fucking fondle buttholes,
right. like then why wouldn't you just say chest? That would make it more relatable and it wouldn't be so awkward. But it's just awkward. It's nothing but. And then they're like, oh, well, I have two moms. And then you're supposed to feel for him.
It's like, I don't feel for
like,
you.
Oh, okay. But you don't feel that connection. And then when you're like, oh, he's just an asshole. Now you just think of him as an asshole with two moms.
Like, the thing is, I get kind of what they're trying to write. As a writer...
right, that's what I'm saying. They're trying to make him relatable but hated, and it doesn't work.
Like, the thing is that there are terrible people with relatable things and maybe some pitiful things about them, and maybe they have some things about them that, like, you know, sometimes I'm seen as an asshole, but I'm very kind and generous and giving most of the time. I'm critical as shit. But if you know me, you know that I'm very kind when it comes to... I'm not trying to be a fucking self-preserving ass and being like, trust me, I'm kind. I can do nice things.
This is my vibe.
But you know me, I'm generally nice.
Yeah.
I try to be, okay? But it doesn't really. When you follow it, it's so mixed matched. It's just like you've shown more negative traits for me to hate him more than I should ever fucking care about him.
Right.
And I don't. I don't give a shit about Eddie anymore. That's for damn certain. Because he's leading on that one girl while going after Jackie.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then that's the other thing. It's like, remember how Jackie was like kissing her husband to make him jealous? I think that's what he saw this opportunity as. Was like, I want to make her jealous and she's going to suck my dick. Which kind of works, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, they retouched on, like, oh, we're going to go see a movie, and that kind of gave you the sense that they were going to kind of continue this thing, and they don't. She is uninterested up to this point. She said, I need to focus on my marriage, I need to fix my marriage, period. She has no interest. And, which I kind of also like about Season 3, because Season 3 isn't the Eddie and Jackie show anymore.
Great.
Now it's like... She's trying to fix her marriage. Well, obviously, at the end of this season, you find out that he knows about the P.O. box and he knows about the addiction, quote unquote. So, and they've introduced another new character in season 3, which you've also heard of them already, and that's his sister. So now his sister lives with them too. which I enjoy her. She's awesome.
I'm upset because like O'Hara, O'Hara's like, oh, why isn't anyone helping my friend? And I was just like,
I
look,
know.
just like, oh, okay, look, you feel betrayed, but like, honestly,
My question is why the fuck did you, she already said
I would think that fucking O'Hara would know better than anyone how much she is actually taking. Like, you said that fucking that much Vicodin is fucking dangerous as shit.
Oh, it's dangerous. Ridiculously dangerous.
And like, I would think that O'Hara would be like, you're fucking whacked out on Vicodin, aren't you, dumb bitch?
Well, the thing is that I think she's kind of become desensitized to it a little bit because she doesn't act like you would if you were on Vicodin. Like, Vicodin is something that really kind of fucks up your motor skills really well, and she's able to function on it.
Yeah, but like, I would think that she would know how much Vicodin she's been like taking.
Well, right, that too.
I mean, she's not constantly watching Jackie,
right?
But at least she would be like, there's an active eye that I would keep on Jackie.
Well, like, she never sees. She's very sneaky about how she does it. The thing about this that really irritates me is like, who the fuck are you, right? She's like, oh, I've already got an appointment. I've already seen the doctors. I need to wait a month or whatever. Do you think you could fill out this thing? She fills out the prescription, everything. And then all of a sudden, she's like, why is no one helping? When obviously she's already in the steps of helping herself. In my mind, I would have been like, oh, it's none of my business. Just like how she was after she was talking with Kevin.
She's so
like,
passionate about it.
Right. Like, all of a sudden...
Here's some x-rays. Like, what the fuck is going on? That, like, I get it. Jackie's supposed to be manipulative, even to the point of manipulating best friends. I get it, whatever. But, like, I would think that you would catch it. Like, I don't think that O'Hara's that fucking stupid.
No.
Okay? The fact that she knows that Jackie lies to about, like, almost every single one, that she'd be like, alright, bitch, cut the shit.
Right? Like,
you want more Vicodin, just fucking say it. You want it. You don't need it.
Right. I don't know.
Like, I'm so upset because all the emotional tense, like, stress that they fucking do. Like, oh yeah, you know what? That entire thing where Jackie drives off in the car, and completely justified. Because I would fucking do that.
Me too.
Because, like, oh, you want to have a fucking pouty bitch and fucking walk home or act like you're walking home, so we'll try and convince you to come back in the car. No. I've done this way too much for me to give a shit about that. So I'm going to be like, all right, bye, see you at home.
Yep, I would too.
And he's like, you left me. And I was just you decided to fucking be a pouty bitch.
Out of the car instead of handling it like an adult. You just didn't want to deal with it. And you're like, I'm going to walk home. Okay, fucking walk home. Bye. I ain't got time for that shit.
Bye.
Bye.
God, it's so upsetting. Like, here's the thing. Let's get into the chemistry character-wise fuck, now I can't even remember her name. Lenny and
Zoe.
Alright. It's not even like it really, like, it just seems so weird that Zoe tries to keep status quo in a bunch of, like, points. Like, she tries to keep, like, God coming back, and I'm just like, don't encourage it.
Yeah.
You're literally the worst nurse because you're encouraging a fucking psychosis. Yeah, yes. I keep using that, and I'm pretty sure psychosis is the general term.
He becomes a prevalent character in season 3 too.
It is a psychosis is the general term for psychotic, anything mental, right? Yes. Okay. I keep using it, and I keep thinking that I'm using it right. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I am. But no, like, you're enabling it. What are the number one things that you're told not to do?
It's not that. I'll tell you that.
But, like, Jesus Christ.
What did she say? I don't remember exactly what she said.
She's like, because he freaks out because he's like, I almost died, and then I went to this light tunnel, and I saw this presence of God.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't me. And it wasn't me. And he's just like, yeah, but doesn't that mean you're not God? And he's like, I'm not God. I'm not God. I'm like, okay, cool. Leave him at that. Literally calm him down. It's like, so you're not God, so find a purpose. Because he's like, I don't know what purpose I have to live anymore. It's like, find one. Quit. Yeah. I literally stop. You've
that
broken
was another one of those things that they set up for another season.
I'm like, you quit being a fucking asshole.
That's exactly what they do in season 3 too.
Right? Like, I'm saying, like, Zoe and Lenny, I was just like, okay. It seemed really rushed To me, it's just like halfway through the season. Okay, she first starts off the season. She is like, "Oh, O'Hara's like, is that the walk of shame?" Because O'Hara took E.
Yeah. Not just E. She took a whole bunch of E.
And then she's like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "Was that a walk of shame?" I was just like, "Oh, okay."
How do you even know that from outside of a fucking taxi? She literally just
mismatched shoes, unkempt hair, almost unkempt fucking uniform and scrubs. I guess. Sure. I mean, but, you know, nurses, from what I understand, always look like shit when they come into work.
Oh.
From what I understand. I mean, Jesus Christ, you're not dolling yourself up to go work on fucking people in a trauma ward.
O'Hara does.
Yeah, she's a doctor and she can afford it.
She's expensive and therefore she can wear whatever the fuck she wants. She got the coins.
She got the coin.
She got coins. She gets to wear what she wants. She is chief of surgery.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's shitty lips. Other than that,
and then it's like midway through the season, you're like, you keep going up, and she's like, "Oh, there's more about Zoe happening. What do I do if I like a guy?"
Yeah, she's really needy. She's really clingy.
And then she's like O'Hara encounters it. I'm like, okay, that was genuinely nice. Like, that's kind of cool. O'Hara generally knew. She's like, "You're trying to get a guy. What's his name?" And like, "This is a particular guy." And she's like, "It's not a person. It's a location." And there's a person. It's like, "So you fucking lied. Don't give me this dumb bullshit." And I'm just like, okay. And then midway through the fucking season, she's like, "I like Lenny."
Here's my pussy. Yeah. Hey YouTube, this is my pussy.
In jokes, everybody. In jokes.
Oh.
I don't know. It doesn't seem natural. Like, yeah, their dialogue when they're together seems somewhat unnatural, and maybe it just doesn't seem it. The progression to it doesn't seem is the most unnatural shit. It's like, "Hey, I'm Lenny. I eat Doritos, get high, and drink Mountain Dew. I
play Xbox.
I am a what was it? 2010? Oh no, that was still 360 days. I was about to say, "Oh yeah, I play original Xbox, listen to my Trivium Ascendancy album, and live in the trailer." But no, it's 2010, so that was 360. But no, just like
360.
There was just like he was just like, there's no progression. He's just like, he shows up, eats Doritos, and like, "Yep, I've seen some shit." I'm just like, what? What the fuck are you? A fucking circus sideshow goddamn viewer? Just like, "Oh yeah, I like looking at sideshows."
Okay.
And then he's just like, so he's like, "I love you." After the whole pregnancy and faith debacle, I'm like, I don't really feel like tension is here. Just like, if I'm pregnant, I'm just like, okay, cool. That's kind of out of the blue, but sure, let's go for it. And it just seems like everything is no fucking they expect you to have tension immediately when words are said. Yeah. When these buzzwords are said, like, "I'm pregnant," or fucking "That's a lot of Vicodin," or
Coke,
or fucking "Oh, you're a bitch," or "You're busting my balls," or "It takes one to know it." Like, these are all things that they're supposed to have meaning, but they have no proper setup, so it falls flat and it completely fails at doing what it's trying to do. And that's build tension, build me to give a shit about anyone. And so I don't give a fuck. Literally, yes, you're right. It does seem like it's contracted for 2 seasons. Yeah, but the thing is that when you're contracted for 2 seasons, you're not guaranteed a 3rd one just because you end on a fucking weak-ass stinger, you fuck.
Yeah.
Everything about there's too many loose ends for me to actually give a shit. You have to have at least one strong loose end, not multiple little facets.
Right? Like,
Thor literally goes nowhere.
Yeah,
he's just like, "I like comfort food, cake and donuts." And I'm like, okay.
See, and another thing I noticed is that they kind of passed Coop around. Like, season 1, Coop was mostly interacting with Jackie and Eddie. Then now season 2, Coop's mostly interacting with Sam. Now,
You mean once?
What do you mean?
You mean one fucking interaction with Sam?
Well, no, it's like he did
an actual fucking interaction, not oh, here's an emergency situation. Who we have in the room? We have Jackie, we have Thor, and we have Coop. Like literally, that's the situation.
Yeah.
Like,
well, you know,
whatever.
Like the same thing with the other seasons, though. Like, Coop wasn't really around for a whole lot, and then there's like one or two defining things with Coop, like the kissing from season 1.
Actually, I do have something to state that I did like about the season.
Okay.
I guess that goes into achievements. I know I'm acknowledging the format like a bad kid. I fucking loved the dude who, like the gay guy, the gay guy who had the gay guy who's fucking heart thing. The heart thing was keeping him alive.
Yeah, his
one. I know.
Now I need pacemaker. Thank you.
One, I know that I've seen the actor around so much, like early 2000s, and like I don't remember his name. I know he has that same voice and he always has, but he's fucking great. Cause like, literally, I can understand. I can understand that that's fucking garbage.
That's
like
everybody's close.
You're so brave.
That's as close to actual like what it's really like.
A realistic fucking stance.
On a medical, because a lot of times they'll watch like Grey's Anatomy or something, and something really dangerous happens that doesn't really happen, or House, where things normally like that don't happen. This is one time where I've actually seen something. This is how it is. How I've seen from both ends where they're like, I don't know. I have a thing to do.
I don't know if it's the same year, but I would assume if it wasn't the same year, they probably got the award or like acknowledgement from the gay community, like a gay community board, for the most realistic depiction of a gay couple. But at the same year, there was a year that the Sarah Silverman program had, what was it, Brian Posehn and I think another comedian, I can't remember his name, and they were gay guys. Like literally, they were the most like unstereotypically gay guys. They looked like two best friends, but they said I love you and they kissed each other. And like in the Sarah Silverman program, that was its one credit, is that like people fucking loved it.
Yeah.
And they all, like, this gay community board was like, dude, that is the best fucking depiction of gay couple. Like,
thank God.
Because it's not stereotypical.
Right, because a lot of the times you just have that one that's like, hey guys, like that's kind of what Thor does a little bit, where he's like, if only you wore a little bit of foundation, it would look so much better. And you're like, stop, no, just, they're normal people. They're not a fucking punchline.
Like, and they're not, and not everyone's fucking Zoe. I mean, I'm like Zoe, where I'm just like, oh, Thor's gay. Because I give people so much benefit of the doubt that I'm like, okay, that's a bit stereotypical, but whatever. I mean, fucking you for a while, I was like, that's a little bit eccentric, but hell, I'm a bit eccentric, whatever. And I gave you the benefit of the doubt until, like, it was almost like a lot of times when we talked about it, it was just like, we were just like, is Kalvin gay? And then he had sex. So I was like, okay, you're not gay. Like, whatever. But, like...
Which, a funny note on this, whenever I meet anybody new, I try and see how long it'll take, because a lot of the times people won't ask right away. They'll just kind of, like, hang out. So, like, whenever I go on my TeamSpeak and there's new people that get brought in and I just start talking and then I leave for a little bit because I do other things too, instantly come back and they're, like, talking about it.
It's so fucking terrible, because you think that's TeamSpeak, you know, like maybe an hour of time that they get to know your mannerisms and everything. A cab ride. I've had multiple fucking customers ask me if I'm gay.
By sucking your dick.
By the music that I listen to, the fact that I'm like, you know, kind of like maybe slightly singing along, or maybe my mannerisms when I talk to them. Fucking Jesus Christ, they're like, are you gay? Dude, are you gay? Are you sure you're not gay? Like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm not gay. Jesus Christ. But, like, that depiction in that fucking episode, he's just like, can I, for once...
just be a normal fucking person?
Can I just be a fucking spouse? Can I just be a guy whose spouse is fucking dying?
Yeah.
And not be gay? And I'm like, holy fucking Jesus Christ, this show gets it. That one fucking part is the most saving grace in the writing history of this fucking show.
That was one of my favorites, because it's like, that's how it really feels. Like, and then you have this stupid cardiologist who's like, I have my kid's having this thing.
Yeah, like,
which
what a fucking cock.
And then, well, like, I'm sure she's missed several. which, you know.
You're a fucking doctor. Get over it.
Right. And then he's like, oh, am I holding you back from something?
Justified. Justified to shit. Everything that his character actually reacted to was completely justified. Unlike the rest of the fucking show.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
I was just like, that was the most justified, amazing fucking thing. Okay, bringing the chair in, it was kind of like, that's eclectic and weird. It's just like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Jackie's of course doing the same thing.
Yep.
Fucking Acolytus was doing the same fucking thing.
Acolytus.
Fucking Zoe was doing the same thing. Thor, which I expected better of fucking Thor. Okay? Fucking Jesus Christ. Who else fucking walked by and did the same fucking thing? Coop. Fucking, I'm so upset.
Hera, I love the way she does it. She's like, hey.
Like, she
doesn't even pay attention. She doesn't give a fuck. I love it.
Yeah, and he actually acknowledges it. It's like, see, it's so fucking hard. But, like,
I love it.
It's so fucking stupid because, like, no matter what you fucking do, you have to be progressives. Like, you can't just treat them like a normal human being. They're not fucking 5. That you don't congratulate them on their fucking crayon drawing and put it on the fridge, okay? Mm-hmm. They're gay. They're people. You fuck.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. If there's one thing I know, people of any diverse fucking thing, gay, minority, like skin color, be Arab or Muslim or what they practice or fucking disabilities, whether they be mental or physical, everyone has the same exact amount of being fucking just as vitriol. Like, just as much vitriol as the next, just as much fucking vile, putrid shit to come out of them is just as much as they are good. They're fucking human beings. They're not fucking some demographic that you appeal to because you're a piece of shit marketing fucking company.
Right, yeah.
Holy fuck. I hate you so goddamn much, writers.
Oh my god.
Oh, it pisses me off.
Hold on, we need some Jesus. Oh my god.
Amen.
Oh my god, hold on. You went so fucking far off this deep end. You fell off the cliff and went straight to China. Holy shit.
I don't care. It's something I'm so impassioned about because it's just like...
Passionate?
Yeah, passionate about. That it's so fucking infuriating that people have to have like this little dance around because they have to acknowledge that someone's gay, or they can't imply that someone's gay, or something like that. Ike is a fucking... We were talking about Fire Emblem earlier. Ike is apparently, like, people have debated that he's so fucking gay because there are multiple advances from multiple women and he turns them all down. But guess what? He's probably not gay. I don't remember because I will admit that I haven't fucking played through either of those.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I've played through Sacred Stones and I still have yet to be.
When people do that, it's like, why does everybody have to be like, oh, women are advancing on me, here's my dick, suck it. It's not like that's every fucking man ever. Stop acting like that's every fucking person. Some people can be strong fucking people and be awkward around people. It's the way, like...
And then some people are the opposite.
Right, I hate
like
how
Leon.
people, like, reach out for things, like... So what? Is he gay? No one fucking knows. Is he straight? Nobody fucking knows. Does he like fucking fences? Who the fuck knows? Does it fucking matter? Is it gonna change the story in which way?
Wow, we're really preachy this fucking episode.
I know.
I'm sorry, Johnny.
But it's like, I can't. Like, why does everything have to be, oh, what are they fucking? Like, instantly, like, as people, we bring that out. Like, why is that so important to some people? Like, who the fuck cares?
I'm sure this will come up later, but I'll just slightly mention it. In the same vein, I really don't like shows that use affirmative action just to have their character select screen filled out.
Yeah.
One of my favorite actual examples is Extreme Ghostbusters. A black man, girl, a Hispanic dude, and a dude in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Like, literally, it's team affirmative action. Like, it's anything but the what it's commonly produced. And I'm just like, you're trying way too hard about this.
Okay, before we get way too far off the road here.
Yeah, no, it's just...
So what is your final feelings about this?
Okay, yeah, we should probably end my fucking rantings on this fucking show. I think, like you said, it sets up for shit season 2, and I do agree.
See, the problem... Hold on, just before. The only problem that I have... I like to watch the show, it's a good time killer, but their one fatal flaw is they set up. They do too much setup and not enough execution within their seasons.
Yeah, there's too many loose ends that are never fucking answered.
Okay, continue your final thing.
They have too many set up for loose ends, but they have not enough set up for the tension.
Right.
it doesn't fucking do it justice. Season 1, I will still say that the pilot is about the shittiest fucking thing that I've seen, because it's literally the most formulaic, by the numbers. Here's your fucking pitch, Mr. Edge Man, and then here's your board members who go, oh yes, it's quality entertainment. It's not Frasier. Like, but Jesus Christ, be unique. Don't try to be edgy to try to be unique. Oh, God damn it. There's so much of this bullshit that I hate. But, I mean, if you want me to do it, I can go with this. Actually, if anything, I'd like to addend my previous season.
Amend?
Amend. I was going to say addendum, but amend. I agree. Before I said, like...
I guess an addendum would be better.
Yeah, 5 or 6 for like last season. I gave it a 5 or 6 out of 10. I think I'd like to knock that down an extra peg, but not to raise up season 2. Just because thinking about it, on how, because you said that they probably had a contract for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Which means that they wrote it all at once.
Yeah.
If I had to rate, if my rating stands, my 5 or 6 still stands, actually, if you only watch season 1. If you were going to think about the fact that it was got a contract for 2 seasons, so they actually grouped everything together, like, if you did it one run, it is a fucking 4.
Yeah.
The entire thing. If you were to group season 2 by itself, I'd say that's a 3, because I hate it so fucking much. It is so putrid when it comes to a lot of the writing. It's just, to me, it just fails. Maybe I'm a bit critical about it because I'm so upset from the reactions. Because, like, it's probably, the thing is that at best, it's average. It's okay. And I mean that. It's okay. It's a 5. But the concept and how it's delivered is just, it's so much what I hate about it. Because it's just like, when you tell me something that's like, oh, you should watch it, and you want my honest opinions about it. Maybe I do react with such fucking volatile fucking reactions, but I don't feel like my emotions are as fucking emoted if I just say, well, comparatively to everything else, it's bland.
I feel like if they wrote this more like a cartoon series, how they just focused on one episode at a time, it would be a lot better. Because the characters I love each character, but the way that they all match together just does not work for me.
Yeah,
it doesn't work.
I think writing season 2, I would say that season 2 is lower than 1, like by far. But rating as a whole, season 1 holds up season 2.
Yeah.
Like, literally, season 1 is a lot better than season 2. And I'll say that. I guess, taking back my previous statement, yes, it's about a 5 for season 1. I don't know why I didn't addendum. But just, like, it's average.
I agree.
This show is so completely average.
Do I enjoy watching it? Yes. But it's not like I'm like, everything is just great. I can see the flaws in the show, but I do enjoy the show on the merit of the characters, because they put them in situations where I wish I was like that.
The situations are unique or challenge them. But the story, the characters, their reactions, the writing is so very average.
Yeah.
It's so very
the
not
actors
fucking
are very good at portraying their the characters are their saving graces. The show is not written very well, but if these characters were in different situations, this show could be great. It could have been great.
So, in all, if I want to rate the second season, I'll give it a 4. Yeah, because I'm so done with bland. Just because you're average doesn't mean you get a pass for me. If you're bland and average, and if I can call your stereotypical shots one by one, that rates you lower. I don't give you justification because, you're average, so that means you're a 5.
Yeah.
You're average. That's almost worse than just being plain fucking bad.
Right.
Like, because you're not caring about your fucking product that you're trying to entertain me with. So I don't give a shit about you, because you don't obviously give a shit. You fucking threw 3 writers in the room, paid them $4 and said fight over the extra fraction of change. You fucks. Like, fuck you. Oh, God. But no, season 2 is just, it's not good. But as a whole, I think that, season 1 and 2 grouped together, I think that it's not, it's average. It's an average show. Just average. That's all you'll get from me. Not a C. I mean a 50%, a 5. That's all this show is.
As far as
Jackie's
season 1, season 2.
Jackie's depictions. You're right. You know, the actors do give them a saving grace.
Yes. The characters are what made this show for me. I didn't watch the show because, oh, it's really great. These characters, I love the situations they put these characters in because her drug addiction, O'Hara's obsessiveness with her friend and to help Jackie, Sam, fuck him. Coop, fuck him. Thor, I can kind of enjoy. It's just, mainly I watch it for Jackie and O'Hara. Jackie and O'Hara are my two saving graces for this show.
No, it's snarky and fucking uptight, like it's Audrey Hepburn kind of like
duo
stylistic.
that you wish you and your best friend were.
Literally, if the fucking show abandoned the entire hospital and just went on extra adventures being like these run-of-the-mill fucking doctor and nurse things, where they abandoned every single fucking character before and it just focused on two-person chemistry between Jackie and O'Hara, I would love this show a lot.
Yeah.
It would ruin the entire show.
They know each other so well and they interact with each other so well that that's what saves the show for me. And that's the reason I watch the show.
I want these characters just supplanted into something fucking else.
Make them traveling nurses and Dr. Pear and take them all over the place. That's what I would love to see.
I love it. I'd love it because that'd be much better.
It would. Because it would just be like so many different situations and you wouldn't be pigeonholed into something. Like pigeonholed.
You wouldn't try to be taking these flimsy fucking characters that they're surrounded by, that they have no fucking stance or anything. Right. I don't like Acolytus. I really don't. Like, there's nothing like, it's not like, oh, she's the boss, you gotta hate her. I just don't. She's not interesting, she's boring. And it's just like, Jackie's like, she's been fucking assistant for years, and just like, yeah.
So have you.
I don't care.
Right.
I don't care about her. I can give a shit less about anybody else.
Give less.
Okay, it's not because she's not eclectic, which is usually the characters that I go for.
Yeah.
It's just she's boring. She's just an uptight ass, and yes, I get it from a business standpoint, sure. Whatever, she has to care. But she has to be like so apathetic because she owns a business. She can't be, helpful to everyone's problems. Sure, fine. I don't care. Like, it's just, she's not good. I don't like her. There's not even like a writing sense of, oh, that's the job of the writers to make you not like her. He's like, yeah. But it's just like the situation with Coop, just because I don't like them, and immediately try to add some good traits where like the baby saving thing from season 1, or like that she's actually actively trying to help that dude, the football player with dementia. That doesn't give them good traits. Those are just good shining moments. It doesn't make them any less non-likable as a character, whether they're a boss. Like, nobody looks at a boss character and goes, I like him. Because most of the time, bosses are meant to are written in to be stereotypically just unlikable.
Right.
Because they're all about their business. I gotta go to my business meetings and conduct a business.
Which is funny to think about because I'm like, that's their job.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't have the time to spend personality or whatever. Whatever. Fuck it. No, like I said, it's an average fucking show, but to me, it's so fucking bland, and it's bland. But they try to be so edgy and still have this fucking tension that it fails and all farts. Yeah, it all farts. You know what? Actually, that's better enough. It's a big fucking tense fart. That's what this fucking show is. 4. I'd say 4 out of 10 as a whole, consecutively.
Okay.
Okay, your turn. I'm good.
I really gotta pee.
Go pee.
I'm going to.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Wow, I am fucking vile and just full of hate. I think I might talk to Johnny essentially. Maybe, or the viewers. Hey guys, if you're while he's going to the bathroom, just had this thought in my head. Well, if you guys would like to debate anything or have any comments, questions, criticism, complaints, debates, debacles, whatever, playing cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Magic the Gathering cards, quick play, summons, special summons, tribute spells, you go ahead, comment wherever, whether this be the YouTube version upload or the fucking SoundCloud thing. I know that preface of me in a bathrobe has already said whatever, but whatever. Whether this is on YouTube, this comes later. I guess meta update. I don't know what Johnny's gonna do editing wise. So how are you, Johnny? Penis. I don't know how to react to that because you're just gonna edit it in. So whatever. But yeah, no, it's good to hear from you and talk to you. I know I've just been dying. Otherwise, work's been working pretty hard. I don't know. I'm just kind of filling space and time, so it's not completely boring to listen to until Kalvin gets back. I know we don't have a professional studio. I mean, it's just unjustified. It's episode like 6 or something.
Oh God! Oh, whenever you adjust myself this way, that's gonna be. Figured it out.
All right. Oh God, I'm so sorry, Johnny.
He's not sorry. Well,
Can you wait?
no,
Because it's you?
no,
No.
no.
We don't have another topic to talk about? Is that something?
What are we talking about?
Yours, you fucking ass. You fucking cock. Jesus Christ. Well, I did give you Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Which is a Coen Brothers movie written in 2000. It's described as an adventure film, which, alright. And the story is roughly based on like 1937 Mississippi. Which I'm so glad I wasn't born in the South, but whatever.
Oh my God.
Well, I almost was raised in the South.
Oh God.
My dad had 2 Air Force choices. It was either
Sexy?
yeah, sexy. You're not.
No.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Tell me what.
Okay, it was Little Rock, Arkansas, or Minot, North Dakota. Those are his 2 choices after being in Britain.
You could have been raised in Britain.
Made in Britain, born in America.
Ew.
Yeah.
Don't ever say that.
I like saying that.
Ew. It's like saying being made in America, born in Japan. Like,
I don't like.
my dad's from Tennessee.
Sure, cool. I don't. What?
I don't know.
What was I supposed to say? Oh, really? That's interesting. Tell me more.
Well, he's from No, I'm just kidding.
No, like I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe it's because my mom's side of the family is the stereotypical Bible thumping South.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I don't like the South as a general whole concept. There are people that I've met from the South that are cool as shit, but you know what? I try to avoid the stereotypical South because of those reasons. Because stereotypes are based on generalizations, which are based on 50% or more of the population, where it's happened that these encounters are more common than you think. Just because you don't want it to be true doesn't mean it's not prevalent.
Anyway, continue about your synopsis.
Yeah. Run in 1937, Mississippi, and follows,
No, I don't think it's 37. Is it 37?
set in 1937, rural Mississippi during the Great Depression. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Depression starts at 29 and ends at 39. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking it started in 1920 and
No, it's a Coen Brothers movie where it's this 1930. It's like a different setting for the Odyssey. Homer's The Odyssey.
Right.
And it's absolutely wonderful in that regard because George Clooney essentially plays George Clooney essentially plays your Odysseus. Odysseus.
What's his name in this one? Cletus?
Fuck, Jesus Christ. You're gonna make me look. Everett McGill.
Everett. There you go.
And it's great because, this is when I love George Clooney. And you know what? Fuck it. No, I'm not doing that. But essentially, they're part of a chain gang. They escape, and these 3 convicts have to go through these entire parts.
Looking for a treasure.
And it's all loosely based on the Odyssey, like I said, because they follow through the events of the Odyssey. They meet all these other people and all these other things that, they look for their treasure.
Right.
And just like the Odyssey, they have to make it home to his wife.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
So, I guess that's pretty much the story there.
I mean, you can elaborate a little bit more, but
Elaborate.
I mean, I just did a.
And that's pretty much it. Where you just have these 3 guys that escape, and there's a promise of treasure. So they're running to go find the treasure, And, of course, later on you figure out that there is no treasure. When I started watching this, it was like one of those moments that brings me back to when I was in high school, where it was like, we're going to read about the Odyssey, and then to kind of make it hip and relatable to us kids, you know, got our favorite TV and movie stars in this new movie that's adapted to fit.
I wouldn't even call George Clooney my favorite, or John Turturro.
Well, no, it's just to use...
John Goodman is yours.
Why, because I'll fire?
No, because you fucking love Roseanne.
That's true. And,
give you
you
that
know,
shit.
you like come in and you're watching Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And making comparisons from the book to the movie with a worksheet that your teacher gave you for 3 days, you know?
I would have loved if we watched Oh Brother, Where Art Thou in fucking class. Because I would have loved that
They
action.
say God damn it, and they say nigger in it, so...
Well, yeah.
Which is a commonplace in 1937.
It's like watching Django Unchained and you're like, well, that is the Wild West.
So, I mean, I mean, that's what I got from it, was humanities in high school.
No, that's completely fair. You know, I like these loose adaptations that do these things.
Yeah, it's not to say it was a bad movie. I really enjoyed this movie. I really did. It's one movie. 1920s and 1930s are some of my favorite time periods in American history. I love everything about them. The way that they talk, the way that they're represented, the style, the fashion, you know, all that kind of stuff. It feels like...
I love them too. I do enjoy it.
Love it. Love everything about it.
I wish more things were set in that time period because they have these dapper people.
They don't talk like that.
No, but Dapper Dan. That's what I think. But I used to love this as a fucking kid. Like, I watched this a lot. I don't think my parents actually loved this fucking movie more than I did. Because I was like, I want to watch this shit. Like, holy shit, I watched this, like, quite a bit, and I enjoyed it. I don't know why as a kid, because I was, like, fucking eclectic as shit, and I loved hyperactive shit, and you would know, but I really did. Most people would not peg me down to like this fucking movie. Maybe other Coen Brother movies, but not this fucking one.
Yeah.
But,
it's hard to really... I really like the look of everybody and all the characters that we come in contact with. I really, really enjoy. I like the way that they look. I like the way they sound, because they really do sound like they're from this time of time period. Like, you know, from George Clooney being that smooth talking South man who's not really caring too much, and the two people that follow him are more of that dumb, dim-witted type sounding of the South that you would kind of stereotypically portray.
I mean, at least in these time periods, you know?
Right. And every time they come across somebody new, you kind of get more sense of that 1930s vibe, you know? Where they're, what's the word I'm looking for? That they're very accustomed to, I guess?
You get the 1930s vibe that people have known. Not like some weird, wacky future way of looking back at it,
right,
or romanticizing it.
Right.
But you get
you
the
get
harsh
that kind
truth.
of gritty feel.
Yeah.
You know, there's times where you're faced with those actual type, you know, there's the KKK in it when they're getting ready to kill some black people.
you were just like, you gotta kill some. Maybe I shouldn't phrase it like them, but
well, right. I wasn't gonna. But you know, and the characters I really do enjoy, because there's always something about each one of them that gives it that type of twist to it. Like George Clooney and how he's the smart one, but usually they end up getting screwed in some way. You know,
he's dumb, but he's a fast talker.
Right.
Like,
he's an idiot, but he can talk his way into confusing everybody else to thinking that he's the smartest person in the world. And then, you know, you got that one person that's very superstitious and like, you know, I'm gonna get baptized, everything's gonna be fine. And then you've got the one that's just a complete idiot. Just a complete idiot. Weak-willed, you know? And, I really like the three. The three...
You can name them too, right?
Why? I don't... I know there's Everett.
Okay, Ulysses Everett McGill.
Yeah, that's George.
That's George Clooney. John Turturro is Pete Hogwallop, which if you don't know John Turturro, he's the Jesus in fucking The Big Lebowski. There's a he's done a very like B or C list roles throughout time, like throughout like early 2000s, whatever. In fact, he was fucking Jesus, what else has he been in recently? Jesus. There's the Aging Gigolo movie that actually existed. I'm not kidding, that was a thing. And I was like, cool. But like, then there's fucking Delmar O'Donnell.
So there's Delmar, Everett, and what's the other one?
Pete Hogwallop.
Oh, okay.
That's the tall one. The one that's just kind of like...
Well, I'm pretty much done talking about them. And then because now you just reference them as a group, basically.
Yeah, because they're the adventure trio.
Right.
The other characters that they interact with are literally there to...
Side people for the next arc, kind of. Because you kind of think of it in arcs. Because they first run into the black musician. Mm-hmm. And that takes them into the Soggy Bottom Boys. Mm-hmm. That's that kind of arc. And then after that, they run into the highway robbery. Mm-hmm. And that's that kind of arc, and so on and so forth. So that's kind of how I'm going to reference everything. Is kind of in an arcual basis.
And it's really because it's an adventure film. You're supposed to meet random characters along the way. Some of those characters help the people or show off facets of the different sides of each character in which you don't know. Right.
So in this first kind of arc, they're escaping, and they are looking for what's his name?
They escape, which is a beautifully shot done with their title cards. See, they don't like put the text over live footage. Yeah. They put it up like a 1930s kind of like film, where you cut in the like you don't have any audio. You just have like piano playing, and there's just the text. Yep. And it'll be like, here's a Coen Brothers movie, and they intermit it with shots of them escaping. Yeah. And I love it because they're like, the first thing they do is they meet the seer. Yeah. After failing to get on a fucking hop a train,
they run right into another guy who's on like one of those,
the push cards.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's like, you will find, and he's just reading their fortune basically as they would in the
Odyssey seer. Yeah.
Right. Correct.
Who's telling them of their grave fortune, and they.
Yeah. So they're like, oh, okay. So that kind of finishes that first kind of an arc, and then the next one we go into is they're looking for. Is that after? No, that's before.
They talk about it. They talk about that they're going to talk about the treasure. Yeah. There's a treasure that they're going for. Right. Obviously, led by Odysseus, because he's like, I want a treasure, and we're going to find it.
Right. Exactly. And so now they go into this. I guess I'll call it the kin arc, because Pete's.
I think you should call them encounters, because I think arc is a bit generous.
Well, okay, encounters. We'll do it that way. Pete runs into he goes to find one of his kin that can help him. And basically he betrays him. But not instantly, but...
He betrays him, but the kin's son drives a car to save him. Right. Which, in all honesty, what'd you think of the fucking warden and his just fucking, like, pale face just fucking sitting there? The fucking glasses and just like... I actually don't remember who plays him.
I don't remember. But he's kind of, whatever. He didn't really do a lot. He doesn't really say a lot. He's just there. He's like that foreboding figure at the beginning, and then towards the end he becomes more prevalent.
Daniel von Bargen is the sheriff, which, I don't know. Every time I look at his face, I'm like, is that William H. Macy? That's weird.
So after they escape, of course, then everything goes shitty and they don't have a way to get around anymore. So they're like, oh, well, let's try and figure out what we can do. So they try and repair their
car that broke down. So after that, they go to essentially what is Homer. Yeah. The author and self-insert, but he's played by Stephen Root, which... I adore him in his character roles. Stephen Root is fucking amazing.
Wait, which one did he play?
The blind person who owns the radio station.
Oh, no, we have to talk about well, okay, I guess we can talk about that. Because they also run into the black magician and they take him along. Whatever.
They take him along, and he sold his soul for the devil to play guitar. That's what he claims.
Play guitar really well.
Yeah. And like, the thing is, they encounter Stephen Root, which I love. I love his depiction. I love Stephen Root. He is such an amazing fucking actor to me. Like, he's so fucking good. I love what he does. Because whatever role he's given, he's like, I'll fucking do it. It doesn't matter what he's given. like, it's so weird because they never peg him down. He's not stereotypically found. He's just the guy. He's a guy that can fill a fucking eclectic weird role, or just a weird creepy guy, or just a weird guy, or just that in general. It's not stereotypical, but it's just he's weird.
Right. And so they're trying to get some money to kind of, you know, keep going on in their journey, whatever. And that's when they come up with the song. The song is one of my favorite scenes,
And one of the most driving forces of this entire movie's campaign.
So I enjoy it. I enjoy it so much.
And they call themselves the Soggy Bottom Boys, which actually is an actual band. Now, I'm not really actually certain on the specifics because I don't know if it's actually George Clooney's voice. Because
I don't think so.
I could believe it. I could
believe it.
I could believe it. I could believe that George Clooney could sing, but I also could believe that the person who actually wrote the song is a much better singer. I don't know about George Clooney singing. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I would honestly love to hear George Clooney sing. I like George Clooney.
He's gonna be like one of those guys that's like, ha.
Want to love you. Wanna be the destiny.
So they do that, they get paid, and then they run into the candidate for mayor, I think, or is it governor?
You're forgetting about the women near the river.
No, because right as soon as they leave the radio station, they talk about the mayor, the governor. That's when we first meet the governor. Or governor wannabe, or governor. And then they go and they meet the women.
Yeah, because they're eating gophers in the wild.
Yeah. No, that's the baptism. That's
the baptism, yes.
Baptism is when they're eating the gophers. Which is whatever. It's not even that prominent of a scene.
Well, the thing is, the baptism one's okay.
Yeah.
The other one, the women in the water, is supposed to represent Odysseus's call from the sirens.
Yeah, well, they even say they're sirens.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a loose
Which is,
thing.
but it's just weird because all of a sudden now they're gone.
I love it. I do.
It's a good scene because I knew exactly what I was like, oh, they're sirens. They're going to get them and pass out and whatever.
And as a preface, I do have to preface this. I am so upset that I didn't actually get the time to rewatch this before we start recording. Because I watched it a year ago, and I used to watch it a lot. I generally know the views, but I wanted to actually give a lot of the cinematography, a lot of the framing, a lot of the acting, the line delivery, that just, there's small things that you won't, like, remember mentally,
right,
concisely every time, but it's so good. I mean, I love Coen Brothers.
Yeah,
I love them because
they had very good camera angles towards that when they first met them, when they're like kind of dancing around them and singing and doing all that kind of stuff. Did have really good kind of feel to it. Even when they wake up,
even the baptism.
Right, yeah.
Where they're all walking and they're just like, they're slowly like turning around, looking around. Their direction that they're given is they're supposed to be mystified, and they honestly are.
Yeah.
And like, everybody's walking down the river and there's just this slow panning up shot, looking down amongst the people walking down to the river in this harmonious hymn. And it's just like, oh my God, this is so artistically gorgeous.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. It's fucking wonderful.
So after all that, then we run into, what did they do after the sirens? Do they actually make it to the town then, or is it?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I could have remembered it a lot better Pete's gone.
Oh yeah. So Pete goes missing. Like they wake up, and
his clothes.
Yeah, his clothes are there.
Are you really gonna go through the story kind of like this?
Well, you kind of have to in order to meet all those characters.
I know.
You can't really like.
Okay, but you can explain the general concept. We can talk more about it in depth. Because if we go like a plot synopsis, bang boom, it gives no. I mean, do you really want people to watch it? Because I would think this is one of those movies. It's like one of those things you want to watch it to understand.
So I don't really.
Okay, no. Let's go with the characters list down. Okay. They meet the skilled musician, the blues musician. How did you think about him?
You know, he was kind of...
He just kind of existed?
Yeah. You kind of knew that he was going to be something, but you really didn't know what yet.
But his, dialogue and everything...
Oh, yeah, he sounded like a very educated person when they met him.
Yeah.
He wasn't very stereotypically black either for that time. So you were kind of like, what is his kind of story? Because even though he's
actually based off a real musician.
Oh.
Yeah. He's based off of Jesus Christ. Robert Johnson, a blues musician whose virtuoso talent was said to have come with a deal with the devil. He's actually based off somebody from that time. Oh. Yeah. I'm sorry if I feel like I'm veering off when I talk about it, because I am reading the Wikipedia breakdown for this, because I can't fucking have all my factoids in my fucking head.
But yeah, he sounded like a very educated person, which was weird. For like middle of nowhere, like.
But it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, rather than be like, oh yes, Mass, like, please don't. All right, fucking Jesus Christ.
He didn't really even have like a Mississippi type of.
Yeah, he was just educated.
Yeah.
The cousin that they meet. He's just kind of there. He's gross, disgusting, stereotypical.
Yeah.
But like
kind of like you can see where Pete gets it.
But it's so artistic in how it does it. Like, just because their dialogue isn't just fuck you. They're kind of like,
what?
It's just like,
I want to play Devil May Cry.
It's good. But no, like, he's just like, you betrayed me, my kin.
Yeah.
You know, it's obviously the Mississippi also dialect of how it is speak. Big Dan. Oh. You love that entire scene. I remember that scene so well because I love it.
Love it. Because all of a sudden, like, they're so stupid. They're so dumb.
Because, like, he's supposed to be like the reveal of Big Dan.
Yeah.
Is fucking amazing, because he's a traveling Bible salesman.
Yep.
And he's so fucking great. Like, he's like hearing them talk in the restaurant, and he just
knows.
It's like, okay.
Yeah. And then he just whoops they ass.
And he's great.
I love it. Everything about it is
that entire shot, that entire interaction with Big Dan is fucking ridiculous, because he's supposed to represent the Cyclops.
Yeah.
Which in the channel, and
he is, because he has an eye patch on.
Yeah, he lost an eye, and like the thing with fucking like the Odyssey, it's really like that. The Odyssey story, they get their ass kicked by the fucking Cyclops. They have to outsmart them.
Yep. And which they don't.
Yeah, of course it's loosely based. Like
right, yeah.
It's more entertaining, but like, it's, oh my god, it's fucking great.
You beat the shit out of him.
Also, the Ku Klux Klan encounter. I'm going to bring that up really, because they later find the black magician, not musician.
Stupid. The black musician.
I can't remember his name. Tommy Johnson. They fucking find Tommy later on. He's actually going to get fucking burned by these fucking, like, burned and hung by these fucking
the proper
KKK.
historical term.
Lynched. But like, the thing is like, it's so fucking great, because after a bit you go, wait a second, I know that you've used that shot. And then it turns out there's fucking Big Dan again.
Yep.
And it's just like, because they use the same exact head turn and shot. And like, that's why I love John Goodman. He's so fucking good in what he does. He's just like, it's the same exact shot. Like, I bet if you fucking, like,
side by side?
Oh, like, side by side, it'd be the same timing, same shot, same movement.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, oh god, it's so powerful, and speaks lots of volumes about it. Just because I'm sorry.
You're good.
I love it too much that I'm not giving you enough credit to explain it and elaborate on yourself. But the Ku Klux Klan encounter for yourself.
That was kind of interesting. It's kind of, I don't know, there's not a lot to say about it, because I kind of knew that's where it was going. Because like, when they had the mayor candidate, because there's another, or governor, or whatever the fuck.
Governor right now.
Yeah, a governor, and his opponent, he's the one that's leading this Ku Klux Klan, like, deal.
Yeah.
And then John Goodman's there, and of course they kill him. They get Tommy, they rescue him, because they're like, oh my god, they're gonna kill him. So they rescue him, and then they cut down the big flaming cross, and it crushes John Goodman.
Yeah. In an amazingly shot scene of chaos.
Yeah. It's not really that amazing.
It's pretty nice.
It's just a group of people, and then they're walking down the end.
Well, no, I don't mean the entire thing as a whole.
Oh.
But a lot of it does seem
when he gets killed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like it's just an amazing scene of chaos leading up to it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so
character-wise,
there's a ton of
Penny Warvey McGill. Everett's ex-wife.
Yeah. Well, still his wife. Still.
Yeah. But like the entire thing about them like bickering about it and everything, like it's pretty wonderful.
Yeah. Where they're like, he goes to see his kids who are singing on stage, and McGill, Everett, goes up and he's like, and they're like, Daddy, 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 and they're like, I thought you got hit by a train.
I was like, I didn't hear that.
Wait, who told you that? Mommy said you got hit by a train. So then he has like six kids, and every single one of them is like, oh, we thought you got hit by a train, which was funny to me.
Yeah, no, it's a good reason. Like the mom actually said that he got hit by a train because they didn't want them to know that he went to jail.
Yeah.
And I fucking love it. It's great. It's good.
So he goes there to try and like get her.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, this guy's bona fide, and he's more important than you'll ever be, and so on and so forth. Meanwhile, while all this is going on, behind the scenes, you kind of see where they go back to the radio station where some guy is looking for the Soggy Bottom Boys.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we need them. We need to snatch them up before our competition does. So, of course, the radio operator's blind, so he has no idea who they were. He doesn't even remember them, basically, besides the song.
It's like the worst fucking like situation you could ever be in. It's like...
So then every so often you see them reference somebody's looking for the Soggy Bottom Boys to like buy their music and to do this and to do that, and they don't have it, obviously.
Yeah.
And so like, oh, so she tries to get her back. She's like, no, I don't want anything to do with you. And then you see her fiance, who's, you know, typical. I'm bona fide. I've got money. I've got power.
I'm better than you.
Yeah, I'm better than you will ever be. And so they get into a fight. He beats Everett up, and then they go to a movie. And then the chain gang
gets essentially their conjugal like fucking
movie picture show.
Yeah, the movie picture show, where the wardens bring them into the movie show because it's like a treat.
And then you find out that Pete is there. Pete is inside the chain gang again.
Because he was turned in by the sirens.
Right, yes.
And like, I don't know why they had to take away his clothes, but you know.
Yeah, right?
Because they probably got him naked and then was like, we're able to...
Right, he doesn't have anything on him.
Yeah.
Which is funny, because like, I don't understand why you wouldn't bring all three. Instead, they only brought one.
3 women holding down one person for a reward.
I guess.
As opposed to... It's better to have overpowering numbers than just to be equal.
I guess.
Yeah.
But, so... And then they're like, oh, we thought you were a toad. They had this funny moment where...
Yeah, but like...
They're just yelling at each other.
He sits there in this awkward stance. He's just like...
Don't go for the treasure. That whole thing.
Yeah.
And the whole time, of course, they're like crouched down and like...
They're just this awkward kind of like covering their face thing.
Yeah, so they don't get taken away. So anyway, so they break Pete out eventually. They get him out.
Yeah.
And then after that, they kind of have like a heart-to-heart a little bit, and they're like, there's no treasure.
Yeah.
There's no treasure. And he's like, you ruined my life. And of course they're pissed. And he's like, listen, we can help me get back my woman. That's my treasure. My wife is my treasure. You two were attached to me, so I took you with me. I need you to help me get my treasure of my wife. So of course, then they go to her wedding to try and like break that up a little bit. And of course they go disguised like That's So Raven style with the beards and the mustache.
Yeah,
and
it's a dinner they were attending.
Right.
They're just like, yeah. And so they fucking end up at the fucking thing, and they're like, they know the fucking warden has their fucking attack dogs on their trail.
Yeah.
We are really kind of mixing up this.
And it's okay. It's something that'll keep them interested.
Yeah. But like, it's so fucking well done that they're just like, it's kind of like that ridiculous fucking like you're damned if you do, but like fucking, which is worse.
Yeah.
You either embarrass yourself or you're fucking gonna get caught. Like, well, okay, I'm not gonna get caught by the warden because the warden knows it's fucking down. Like, they look suspiciously dressed.
Yeah.
And then so when they're like, shit, we're gonna go up on stage, cause a distraction so that people have attention on us, so they won't arrest us.
Right.
Because nobody's gonna arrest the Soggy Bottom Boys.
Right. So they sing their song,
and they're like, oh hot damn, it's the Soggy Bottom Boys.
and then the governor candidate comes up and he's like, they're not white. They fucked up our Ku Klux Klan meeting, whatever.
And they saved them black folk.
And he gets taken away.
He's just like, wow, that guy's racist. I can't believe he's governor. And then the opponent guy wins. So
Yeah. And then they get pardons. They get pardons, but then they're about to get murdered anyway, about to be hung up. Mm-hmm. And that's the moment that you kind of see Everett break down a little bit. Like all of a sudden, he just, as soon as he realizes there's no escape, he just bends down and he starts praying.
Yeah.
And then
they're saved.
Yep.
By the flood.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is like, I love that about it is that the warden makes that personal. In that very instant moment, you don't think of him as just the law.
Yeah.
He is literally fucking like, nah, fuck you.
Yep.
You're dead. It's amazing. Because even though they got pardoned, fuck them.
Yep. So that was the characters I found very interesting. Loved them. The ending was a little weird, obviously, because then all of a sudden they do like these slow motion like shots through the water, and then they see that they're alive.
I like the dog.
Yeah, the dog.
The dog in the
like,
caught in the flood. Like, oh, look, dog.
You just watch Cuddles float away.
There's one thing we forgot.
What?
Character-wise. George Nelson, the bank robber.
Yeah.
Who dislikes being called Babyface.
Yeah.
Which is actually inaccurate.
I know.
He's based on someone and he's just like, yeah. In the moment that it's actually set, in the time period, the dude died like 3 years before. The actual person it's based on, he died 3 years before, and he got killed in the shootout rather than the electric chair.
Oh. Yeah, he's not really that important.
He's just kind of a thing that happens. He's literally there to, not to further plot, but
to break it up.
He's there to break it up and let you explore the characters as a whole. Like as a whole, like I think is more what they were trying to do.
Yeah, he's not that important.
I guess that's characters.
So
ending wise, I guess. Just
what I already went over that.
Yeah.
It was weird.
But like, even so, he still gets the ring.
Yep.
You forget about the rest of the ending.
It kind of ended.
Goes to Penelope.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, here's your ring. Because they get out. They're like, here's your ring. And she goes, oh, that's not my ring. And she's like, what do you mean? It's like, that's not the original ring that I had. He's like, where's your ring? I don't know where I actually left it. And she's like, the rest of your fucking shit's underneath the water in a lake. Yeah, they just bicker and bitch until the seer actually closes out the movie, which is very tastefully done. Like I said, I enjoy this movie as an artistic art form movie, not just the story-wise, because I just love it so fucking much. But I don't know. I love Coen Brothers, just I enjoy it. It wasn't even that the name they say gave my childhood fucking loving ring to this fucking movie.
I've kind of already been through all of my criticisms about it. It's really well put together. I really like it. I don't really have a lot of complaining to do.
Okay. How about the fact that it was like separated into arcs or encounters, like you said? Does that make it ruin it for you as a movie?
No, because it was kind of like a fresh start every time. Like if you wrote it as an episode basis, it would just be boom, 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 you know? Mm-hmm. So it was kind of episodic in that way. So it kind of made it work. Like there were a lot of characters, but you were not overwhelmed by all of the characters. So, I mean, I guess on a scale of how much I really like this movie, it was about an 8, 9.
Okay.
Just because I liked the way it was brought together. There wasn't a lot of wasted time. There was, but there wasn't. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, the only time I felt like I was like, okay, let's move it on, is when they did the bank robbery, because I didn't really see a whole lot of interest in it. It wasn't a lot. He's just like...
He just is an interesting thing.
Yeah.
It happens.
And it's just gone.
Yeah.
So, I think that's about it. It's a good movie. I would watch it. I would recommend it. So...
Okay. No, that's good. Things? You want to have your recommendation, or?
I have no idea. I didn't even
See,
think about
here's
it.
my thing.
Oh my god.
I'm kind of upset about how many little video games we're doing, because usually I would think that there'd be video games like that.
I could do a whole bunch of video games.
No, I know. But I'm foregoing my two other options that I strongly wanted to do for this recommendation, for the fact that I do want you to play that 2013 Tomb Raider. Because I know I bitched and complained about it without giving contextual spoilers or anything, but like, it is... to me, I have so many problems with it, but like, maybe I'm being too harsh on it. Maybe there, as a game, I'm not giving it its 100%.
Right.
Maybe by not completing it 100%, I'm not giving them the credit it deserves.
Okay, I can do that.
The 2013 Tomb Raider, I mean, I don't actually know how much it is on Steam.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure your computer run it, if my fucking computer can run it.
Oh, my computer sucks. But I'll see what I can do.
If you want to buy it, sure, but
I might just steal it from your library.
yeah, just fucking Steam share it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking go for it. I think that we've been kind of getting away from video games, doing too many movies. I think that we should break it up with different media and everything. So that's why I wanted to get that to you.
Okay, so do you want me to do a movie or a game?
I'm not upsetting. I'm just... It's also, for the YouTube side, it's also kind of hard because I'm like sitting there, I'm like, how do I fill 2 hours of time if I was talking about movies with gameplay? Nobody gives a shit.
The one game that I've been playing that I think you might enjoy is called Darkest Dungeon, but I don't really know if it's
completable.
Yeah.
It's something that just goes on. It's like, hey, how about you 100% pay?
End. But even I haven't reached the end, so...
I mean, do you really want me to play a game? Do you want to watch a show? You want to fucking watch a movie? Which, by the way, I'm glad that you did Nurse Jackie like that, is what season by season. But if you want me to watch a show, I can watch more than a season in a fucking...
Well, I know, but I didn't want it to be too much.
Hell, I mean, I could probably, with my free time, I could probably finish an hour-long Breaking Bad length, which is an hour per episode, 12 episodes per season, 5 seasons. I could probably do that maybe within 2 weeks.
Legend of Legaia is one that I was thinking you could do, because it's an RPG, but it's a set amount of time, but I don't know how much you really want to do that.
Whatever. I mean, like, you do whatever you want, because the thing is supposed to be an experiment on making us experience different things, of contextually good things, whether it be movies, a series of movies, which I kind of like that idea, is that being like, hey, why don't you watch all Lord of the Rings or something? You know, I'm up for that, but I know that it takes you forever to sit down and do something, because you're just like,
Just movies I have a problem with. Movies and shows are a problem for me, and you know this.
Yeah. It's just one of those things, like, I don't know. The video game series, which maybe not so much, but something like that has like almost a defined time trait, which could be like Bioshock or fucking...
I was gonna say Bioshock.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Wow, thankfully I bought it. Oh, isn't that fucking wacky?
No, Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Is that it? Bioshock? And
Yep, I want you to do Bioshock.
Okay. Alright.
Ooh.
Ooh. Haha. You know I'm not gonna fucking read Atlas Shrugged by that time, right? I'm not gonna read Atlas Shrugged so I can have a full in-depth analysis, because I know it's somewhat contextually based on Atlas Shrugged.
Yeah.
I keep using contextually, and I don't think I'm using them all in the same right way.
Anyway,
I don't know. Johnny, have any parting words?
Sayonara, baby.
I mean, if whenever he wants to interject something. I don't know. Otherwise,
it's been Media XP, guys.
There's been Media XP.
Media X penis.
Media XP sucking on dick since 1925.
Wow, we're that old? God damn it.
Yeah.
Not 1925.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.